Hi, I'm John. Scripture time, and I'm reading chapter 4 of the book of Genesis from the King James Bible. And Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. In the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and offered unto the Lord. Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou dost well, shalt thou not be accepted? So he must not have been bringing the, whatever, like a tenth, or it might have been doing it he didn't really want to or something. I'm not sure. I wasn't there, but anyway, God said, if you do a good job, you'll be accepted. And if thou dost not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So he's warning him about sin taking over his life. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed upon the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that for every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto me, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken upon him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any find him and should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife. People always ask, where'd he get his wife? I think the answer is easy. It was one of his sisters, because Adam and Eve were still having children. Like God told them to have as many children as possible. Basically, they were supposed to multiply upon the earth. So they were having children. Probably at least every 10 months they had a child, and so it's not hard to believe that he had a sister that was old enough to marry. And back then they married, they were pretty young. So the wife, she could have been like 13 to 15 or something years old. And also back then, genetics were pure. So having offspring from your sister wouldn't have been a big deal at all back then, because there was no genetic problems. So anyway, he knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of after his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad beget Mehujael, and Mehujael beget Methusiel, and Methusiel beget Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of one was Adah, and the name of the other was Zilhah. And Adah bare Jabal, and he was the father of such that dwell in tents, and of such that have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such that handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. and his sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zilpah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. A little pride there. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, She hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. And he began men to call upon the name of the, and then men began to call upon the name of the Lord. And that's the end of chapter 4. Until next time, God bless.